All right, we're recording. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode, a sketch of Script Sundays TV. I'm your writer, producer, showrunner, Hayward Crawford. We're about to do today a narrative telephone challenge. This is something that comes from the YouTube group Critical Role, and it's something we thought we'd give it a challenge right here, right now, versus, maybe doing it over the next coming weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and read the story. And the point of the challenge is where I read the story and everyone goes around and repeats that same story from memory. And they can't look at this at what I'm saying. They can't look at, what I'm reading or anything like that. And we're just going to see who remembers what. So here it is, Script Sundays TV, Writer's Room, Narrative Challenge. We were upriver with a tour group looking at the natural beauties here on the Rouge River when I spied a young Sasquatch hiding in the shadow of a tree near a gravel bank. I swung the tour boat around so we could get a better look, and all the tourists exclaimed and took pictures. It's not too usual to see a Sasquatch in the spring. That's the time they migrate through here to their summer stomping grounds up north. We were in for a treat today. The Sasquatch jumped out of the shadows suddenly, leaped into the river, and wrestled a sturgeon into the gravel bank. I blinked in astonishment. I didn't know Sasquatch liked sturgeon. As we watched, the Sasquatch belted the big fish with a rock to stop its flopping. Right at that moment, a big black bear came stomping back down the bank on the opposite shore looking for a snack. The bear took one look at the Sasquatch with the sturgeon sitting on this opposite shore and leaped into the water. In the blink of an eye, that old bear was across the river, wading out of the water, while the tourists babbled and took pictures. The bear shook himself like a dry dog and then jumped into the back of the Sasquatch, beating on him until he ran away from the sturgeon, leaving the bear to sniff in triumph over the large fish. Well, I thought that was the end, until the Sasquatch came running back down the hill, holding a dead tree in his hands. He started beating on the bear, and the bear was whomping back at him something fierce. Fur was flying everywhere. Blood spurted out like a geyser. I don't know where I would have been if I hadn't waited in there and broke it up. All right. So Kyle, please tell us about the story, Adventure on the Road with the bear, Sasquatch, and the fish.
Wow, I'm gonna be like real bad at this.
Wing it, man.
All right, so basically, I rolled up on a boat on a river, I think. There was a Sasquatch. Sasquatch caught a sturgeon, and then a bear came. A bear came along and got scared of the Sasquatch with the sturgeon, ran away. But then he came around and attacked the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch dropped the sturgeon. Since the Sasquatch went and got a big log and beat up the bear, then I had to
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, Colton, you're up. Please tell us about the folklore story of the Sasquatch bear fish on the Rouge River.
All right. What do I remember here? Oh, hey, Dan. How you doing?
Just in time.
Perfect timing. All right. Once upon a time, I was doing a riverboat tour, and there was these tourists in the spring, and then there's this Sasquatch that just goes in the river, just throttles a sturgeon fish, just beats the crap out of it. But then this black bear comes out of nowhere and is like, no, that's my fish now. Bites him. The Sasquatch runs away. Sasquatch comes back with a tree, just starts beating up the bear with it, and they have a big old fight. And the tourists are going crazy for it. They absolutely love it, right? But I was like, I should probably break this up. So I get in there like a hockey ref, and I'm like, guys, just cut it out. The end.
All right. Very well done, sir. Now, Anton, tell us about the adventure on the road of the Sasquatch, the bear, and the fish.
Oh yeah. Once upon a time, in River Rouge, we were hanging out, and we were over there by Rouge River, and we were taking pictures and everything. Next thing I know, somebody shouts, "I think Sasquatch is coming," and I'm like, "No, it's not." And then, sure enough, Sasquatch came out of nowhere and he jumped right in the river. And we were all taken back. And yeah, the end.
Very well done, sir. Sir Dan Grove, you came in and we're doing the first ever Script Sundays TV Writers Room Narrative Telephone Challenge, where we recite a folklore story and everybody has to repeat what they just heard. So please recite the beautiful epic folklore that Anton just shared with us.
Okay. Once upon a time, there was a Sasquatch. And that Sasquatch ventured out into the streets. And that Sasquatch ran all around the town. And the people said, "Look here, Sasquatch. This is completely off book. This is completely bad. This is wrong and horrible." So the Sasquatch jumped into the river. The end.
All right. All right, everybody.
I heard the Sasquatch and I heard the river. The rest I was just like, I completely missed.
All good, man. All right, guys. First Script Sundays TV Writers Room Narrative Telephone Challenge. What did everybody think? Was it as painful as it felt, or what? I don't know.
It was all right. It was all right.
Colton,
You want me to give it a shot? It was easy for me because I didn't go.
Wait, you didn't go?
No, not yet.
Oh shit! All right. My bad. All right. Oh, redo. I'm still recording.
All right.
All right. So tell us, good sir Robert, about the story of the Sasquatch, the bear, and the fish.
Yeah, so I had a summer job because I was a struggling actor, so I needed money for summer stock, and I was doing a river tube little tour, on the inflatable tubes, and it was spring, and then there was rustling from the trees, and I looked over, and there happened to be this big Sasquatch, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, is that Sasquatch?" And I was like, "Yeah, it is." And then he went down and got himself a sturgeon and started taking that thing apart, and then there was a big ass bear that came out, and then the bear charged at the Sasquatch, scared him. Sasquatch ran away with the fish. And then we heard rumbling, and then they were like, "Oh my God, is that Sasquatch with a big ass tree?" And then I was like, "Yeah, oh my God." So then the Sasquatch came and started beating the bear, and there's bits of fur and blood everywhere. It was really awful, but everyone kept taking pictures and Instagramming live. It was really something. And then Sasquatch got his fish back, so that was cool.
Good stuff. All right, guys. You guys saw it here first. Script Sundays TV, very first narrative telephone challenge. Well done, gentlemen. Well done.